Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to Dubai Cash Stuffer. Today we are doing our first stuffing for January 2024. Yay! I'm really excited, alhamdulillah. First of all, I am truly grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for getting me through another year, and truly all praise and gratitude are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I'm grateful to be here again, especially to share another cash stuffing video with you and just talk about my journey and how things have been going and how I've just been truly blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are going to get into a few things here. We're going to talk about how 2023 was, some goals for 2024. We're going to talk about these binders. We're going to talk about these new things on the scene. I know they're new to my setup. Probably haven't seen them, but maybe you've seen them in other videos. Definitely check out the shorts that I've been posting. We're going to do some stuffing as usual, and we're going to get right into it. So we are going to start with, as we normally do, we're going to start with our low priority. But I think what I'm going to do, I want to stuff new binders for the new year. I think I'm going to do a switch over. So let me actually just pull these and talk a bit about these. So you know these two. These have been my babies. They've been with me since I started cash stuffing in April of 2023, and they have done me so well. They really helped me get myself sorted and really start on this journey and be able to share all of it with you guys. So these are great memories, but I've decided that I wanted to try and get some new binders and kind of things that are more my style. This was kind of what I could find, and it was a great price, but I decided that I wanted to get some binders that kind of reflected me more in my style. So that's how insert these binders came into play. So I saw these, loved them, and I would definitely thought to myself that I wanted to get them. So these are kind of the binders that I'm going to be moving forward with in 2024, inshallah. With these binders, I'm doing the white. The white is going to be for my high priority sinking funds. The pink, I know you're thinking 3 binders and you only have 2. I have a plan. The pink one, I decided 2024, one of my goals, which I'll talk about more, I need to get a month ahead of my bills. So that's going to be what this binder is for. And then the classic black, I'm going to use for my low priority because I take that with me almost every single day. So I'm going to get into that a little bit, but I'm going to actually do the changes of binders when I talk a bit about my goals and 2023. So like I said, alhamdulillah, 2023 was a great year. Alhamdulillah. There's nothing to complain about, really and truly. And it was great for me on my journey back into the cash stuffing world. So in case you haven't seen it, definitely check out my video where I talked about, I did cash stuffing previously and it helped me pay off about $33,000 in debt, majority student loan. I found out about cash stuffing, and I did it the really basic way. I used envelopes, just plain old envelopes that I found, and I wrote on them what my categories were, and I started cash stuffing. That's kind of what I did for a whole year. I was really focused and determined to get that debt down so I can move on in life and live a life that's not bound to owing and paying and seeing that debt come through in the mail every single month. So that was my goal. So not new to cash stuffing. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up here and back to cash stuffing again. And it's been well, and hopefully this brings me on to something else that's just as good for me. I'm gonna miss my old friends here. So for 2023, I had a few goals that I planned out in my head, and one of them was to start an emergency fund. So my emergency fund is now $1,450, and it's not done yet. I definitely want to put more in it, but alhamdulillah, I started, and that's great. And I have some goals for 2024 to hopefully meet those goals for my emergency fund so it can be fully funded. And in the event there is an emergency, I have something planned and prepared for that. So that's one of my accomplishments for 2023. Yay about that. So that's one. For 2023, my car insurance envelope is fully funded. So when it's time to renew, I have the money on hand. Unlike in previous years where I was scrambling to find the money and taking it out of places I didn't want to take it from. So again, hats off to cash stuffing and this method because it kind of alleviates the pressure and the stress sometimes. Car renewal, I also have that envelope fully funded for the year. It was a little bit of time. I was putting in 50, 100, just little bits and bops. And at the end of it all, I am fully funded and ready for renewal when the time comes. So that's a plus. Another goal that I set for myself and hit in 2023. Another one is build a masjid. I decided I wanted to, that's in this envelope actually. I really wanted to focus on the goal that I had set out for myself that eventually, inshallah, before I die, I wanted to build a masjid. It's really important to me and something that I hope, inshallah, I can build when I pass on. So it's slow and steady wins the race, but 2024, I'm hoping to ramp this up and really get this going. Again, I'm not going to be done in 2024. I'm not going to be building a masjid in 2024 from what I know of as of right now, but we plan and Allah plans. But if that's what the plan is, I would love to. But I'm going to be putting more towards that to kind of build this fund, inshallah. So that's kind of how 2023 ended there. And the last one, my savings. I started cash stuffing because I was like, I really need to get back on my savings grind and make sure that I have money so that I can put it towards something else that can make money for us. And that was my focus. And I'm ending the year with 25,270 dirhams. And again, I started cash stuffing April 2023. So it hasn't even been a full year. So I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I think that is great. Great start for someone who started partway through the year. So those were my goals for 2023 and how I ended 2023, and alhamdulillah, I'm grateful and proud of what I've accomplished. So then we are going to say 2024. For this binder, I haven't yet done the inserts. I'm just thinking about what bills and if I'm going to include my car and all that kind of stuff here for a month ahead. But I'm going to start working on that. Definitely check out my videos. I'll post some things about as I create this binder and bring it to life, inshallah. My goals for 2024. I'm going to kind of stuff and talk at the same time. I don't know if it's possible. Multitasking when you're cash stuffing is actually more challenging than you think it would be. So we're going to start with gas. I'm going to do 700 for gas. One of my goals is to start and finish the month ahead challenge. Like I said, this pink one, it's going to be getting myself a month ahead. I think it's important that not only do I have an emergency fund, 2, 4, 6, 7. I have an emergency fund, but also I try and separate that from my bills. So like my emergency, I want it for like, there's an emergency. The roof caved in. The fridge started leaking. We need to get it fixed. I want emergencies for that. For the month ahead, I want it for in the event, qadr something happens and I lose my job, husband loses his job, and we need to support ourselves while we figure out what we're doing in the interim, then that's what that would be used for. So that's kind of what I want to start working on. And then once the 100 envelope challenge is finished, that money will be going towards that and possibly other savings challenges. So yeah, that's kind of what's in the works there for one of my goals for 2024. So groceries, I'm doing 2,800, 1,000, 2,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. Personal. So for personal, I'm going to do 275. So my next goal is to, as we're talking about it, complete the 100 envelope challenge. That's also something that I'm looking to have done maybe within the first few months of the year. I'm trying not to push myself too hard. Usually I start a challenge. The whole point is like you slowly, gradually get through it. Let's count this out. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 75. You slowly try and get through it. But for me, it's like I like to start things and finish them at the same time. So this is where patience comes in. And this is what I'm working on and I'm learning to get through. So we'll see. Entertainment. So that's another goal. My next goal is going to be for my emergency fund. Emergency fund, I currently have 14,000. I wish. 1,400 and something. I'm looking to make that about 5,000. Entertainment, we're going to do 275. So I'm hoping that I can get, by the end of the year, my emergency fund to 5,000 dirhams. And like I said, I want it to be for real emergencies, when things really come up, not just money that could be used for a bill which I should have allocated or something of that sort. So it's going to be really when emergency strikes, inshallah it doesn't. But let's see. Entertainment, 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 75, 275. So that's one of my goals, is to get that fund up. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do a savings challenge, and then whatever I get from the savings challenge, I'll create one, and whatever I save from that, I'll put towards the emergency fund. I haven't quite decided yet. I definitely want to think about some new savings challenges that I want to do. Dining out. Dining out, I'm going to do 250. So that's, again, another one of my goals. For the emergency fund. The next one is one I've kind of been thinking about, slowly working on, just kind of thinking that this is the right next step for me, and that's going to be to launch my first business. I've been working on a few things in the background. That's why you'll see, like, if you look at Future Me envelope, some money's been used. There's a short that I did, and in that short, I took some money out of my savings. That money was used also to put towards starting this business, and it only made sense to start a business that had to do with cash stuffing. So let's count dining out. I said dining out was going to be 250, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 50. So ultimately, it's going to be about all things budgeting, financing, cash stuffing, zero-based budgeting, anything that I kind of do and anything that I enjoy or anything I think others will enjoy or could benefit from. That's kind of what I'm going to be offering. So I'm starting off with these lovely binders. I'm going to be launching these very soon, inshallah. So definitely check out my videos, check out my shorts. I'll be sharing what I'm going to be launching, and get yourself one when they're out. So that's another major goal for me for the year 2024. Miscellaneous, I'm going to do 350. So that's kind of what I've been working on. But again, launching a small business is a lot of work. It's not as simple as it seems. So when you want it to go well and when you want to offer quality and something good, you want to take your time and put the effort into it. Make sure you're offering something that you would want for yourself. Miscellaneous, I said I'm going to do 350, so 250, 320, 40, 50. So I am trying not to rush myself again. I did want to launch before the new year started, but Qadrullah, inshallah, when I do launch, it will be exactly the way that I had hoped it would be, inshallah. And hopefully this is something that could benefit many. Children's clothing. Children's clothing, I'm going to do 150. So that's another one of my goals for 2024. That is going to be a long-term 2024 and beyond, of course. So then we move on to my next goal. Children's clothing, I'm doing 150. 110, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. Next one is going to be my savings envelope, which is in this binder. I'm looking to double what I've saved this year. So since April until now, I was able to save 25,000 and some. By the end of 2024, I'm hoping to save 50,000. That's kind of the number that I'm working with and the goal that I'm really, really pushing for. So that's kind of what I'm going to be working towards. And we'll see, inshallah, how that goes. But I definitely am going to be really focused on getting that accomplished, because then that leads into my final goal for 2024. So I'm going to add 100 to school. So that's 51. And then I'm rolling over whatever's there. So now in total in school, I'm going to have 150, 210, 25. 225 for school. So that's going to lead into my next and final goal for 2024. My final goal for 2024 is I'm going to invest that 50,000 that I saved. So I know a lot of people are always like, oh, inflation, and it's the truth, and your money loses money. Future me. I know people talk about inflation and how your money loses money and you shouldn't just keep your money. I know. I have a plan. Future me, I'm going to put 200. So 100, 200, and let's add that to what's there. And future me goes towards this business endeavor that I'm working on. So anything I put here, I'm going to be using to get this launching of the business up and running. So future me, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20. So yes, I understand that money loses its value. I'm very well aware. I'm actually quite business, finance savvy. I just don't really talk a lot about everything. I talk about what I think is important. But I do know that it's important to invest, that keeping money and hoarding money isn't the way to go. I budget so that I know I can save a certain amount so I can put towards investing. That's really why I do a lot of cash stuffing. It's not because I just want to keep all the money with me, but I know that it will help me to get closer to my goals. So I won't be keeping cash forever under my mattress. No need to worry. So that's it for my goals for 2024. I didn't want to set too many goals. I didn't want to set them too big or too high. I also want to be realistic about what I have. I can't be setting goals where I want to save 100,000 dirhams and I'm not making enough money to save 100,000 dirhams. It's also very important that you're realistic about your budget. There's nothing wrong with that. You start somewhere and then you slowly start to figure it out, and then you can hopefully attain more, inshallah. So build a masjid. This was kind of one of those things I said at the beginning, and I'm hoping to add more to this in 2024, a lot more than I did in 2023, and kind of make it a focus. I'm going to put 150 in for now, and then start thinking about how and where I can move things around so I can add more to it, inshallah. So 120, 40, 50. Let's add this to what we currently have and then see where we're at. So we have 500, 600, 700, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 5, 10, 15, 20. Next, we're going to be moving on to maintenance. Maintenance, I'm thinking, should I add more to maintenance so I have something left over? But either way, I'm going to be rolling it over. But if 300 is working and I guess it's getting me through, then I'm just going to keep putting 300 for now and see where it takes me. You got a car, you got to fix it, things happen. 250, 300. All right, insurance. So I'm going to be rolling over what I have. I'm going to add to insurance. I'm only going to add 150 this month. 120, 40. So I'm adding 150, and then let's count and see. Our money is backwards. Let's do this and this and this and this. See, now we have, nope, that was still backwards. Oops. 500, 700, 800, 900, 920, 940, 950. That's for insurance. Next, phone bill. For phone bill for this month, I'm going to skip because I think I have 2 more months before it renews, and I'm almost fully funded here. Alhamdulillah. Again, I should actually wrote that down. So we're getting there. So emergency. Again, as always, I'm going to just roll over emergency. And for emergency, I'm going to add 300 dirhams to emergency. So 2, 3, and let's see. So we have 50, 1,000, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 1,600, 750. Next, we are moving on to health. Health, you know, just like maintenance. So that envelope just never has anything at the end of the month. So I'm going to do 300 for health. So I'm going to do 250, so it would be 300. 250, 300. Next, I'm moving on to transportation. I'm going to be rolling over transportation again until renewal time. I'm going to just be adding 50 dirhams to transportation. So 20, 40, 50. Let me add this to this and see what I have now. 1,100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, transportation is good. Pots and pans. I'm on the hunt, like I said in my previous videos, for some new pots and pans. So if you have any suggestions that are really good, please let me know so I can check them out. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So far at 700. I haven't quite decided what the amount is, but I should think about where I'm going with this. Electronics. Electronics, I'm going to roll over what I have. I think it's 100. Then I'm going to add 100 and 150. So let's see, we'll put this together, and then electronics we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 45, 50. 250 going into electronics. Next, Eid. Eid is in a few months. There is always so much to buy and so much to spend on, so I'm going to be adding 500 to Eid and slowly building this up so that we can have a good Eid, InshaAllah, if we are to make it to that day. So we have 500, 1,150. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money for Eid, and we do want to enjoy the day, and so we try and spend a good amount so the kids can enjoy themselves, they can have nice new clothes, and all the things that come with Eid. But also I think there's limitations, and it's a day of celebration for the Muslims, of course. But we don't want to be too excessive, I think also in moderation. And then savings. Savings, my goal. So I'm adding to that goal. The goal is 50,000 for the year 2024, and I'm going to add 3,000 as I do every year to savings. So 1, 2, 3. Let's add that here. And now savings has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28,270. Alhamdulillah. So that's a great start to 2024 and achieving that goal in 2024 of 50,000 in savings to then invest, inshallah. So that's it for my high priority. I've stuffed my 2 lovely new binders. Definitely stay tuned, check out my videos. I will be hopefully launching these soon for everyone to get access to. I'll be having some customized envelopes inside like these. These are the 2 fonts that I have. This one is their cursive, and then we have our print fonts, and also I'll be offering customizable ones if you want selling sets, but then also if there's something like specific that you want, I can also have them made as well. But I'm super excited about that endeavor that I'm about to embark on, inshallah. So definitely stay tuned, check out the videos that I'm going to post, and support you, girl. And that's it for my stuffing. Definitely check out my next video where I'm going to do my 100 envelope challenge and getting through that so that I can tick off one of my goals for 2024 as complete. And I'll see you guys in the next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.